Hey, my name is Nathan Slamans, and in this video we're going to be talking about how and when to optimize your Amazon listings for success. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you find this information to be helpful and if you want to know more private label strategies and tips coming up. So let's look at the best time to optimize your Amazon listings first. The best time is before you launch your product onto the Amazon marketplace. And if you don't know what I mean by launching your private label product, we'll save that for a separate video where we specifically go over when and how to launch and techniques and strategies for that. But you want to make sure that you're optimizing your listing, both the images, the copy, and the keywords before you launch officially onto the marketplace. Now, there's two reasons why this is important. One, because if you don't optimize before your launch, you're not going to rank for as many keywords as you could have otherwise. And number two is your conversion rate is not going to be as high as it should be, which means you're going to maybe you'll rank for a couple days, but then your rank might fall off as your conversion and your sales do not keep pace with your competition. So as you can see, this is super important. This could mean the difference between having a successful product or not. So you definitely want to optimize at the right time and in the right way. So now let's look at 7 tips or strategies that you can use to optimize your listing for images, for copy, for keywords that can make a huge difference in your Amazon success. All right, so tip number 1 is to optimize your images in order to optimize your listing. Your images are obviously super important to your overall listing success. So let's look at the example search term barbecue gloves. We can see different main images. Some people choose to do little graphics like flames and water. Some people even put in more graphics and badges, which is not up to Amazon's terms of service. You're supposed to have an all-white background, but these have been selling for a while, have not been suppressed, so you might want to test your main image and see what does the best for you. But your main image is really important to getting people into your listing. Read up Amazon's guidelines on that. And then the secondary images we can see here, this listing as an example has been selling well for a while. We can see people that are using the product. We can see features and benefits, some stuff about the product being highlighted here. We can even see the product being compared to other barbecue gloves. And then we see the product in use. So secondary images is really important. If you actually go over to amazingfreedom.com/magic, this is our magic image service that digitally enhances photos. You can see you can highlight coupon codes. You could show your product in a holiday theme if it's around Christmas time or Mother's Day or Halloween, whatever it is, right? You can show people using your product like the fidget spinner here. So you can use a digital enhancement service or do this yourself with Photoshop, or you can hire a professional photographer and hire models and create lifestyle images. But your secondary images showing your product in use is really important. Tip number 2 is to optimize your title. So your title is where your most important, your major keywords should show up. The title is actually the most important as far as keywords go in Amazon's search algorithm. So that's why it's really important you have a good title that's very keyword rich. If we look at the example search term tactical flashlight here, we can see one listing that is selling well, but it doesn't have a very good title, right? It just says tactical portable LED flashlight, 1,000 lumens with 5 modes, and this may or may not even mean much to us. However, if we look at another listing with some more keywords, we can see putting stuff like waterproof, military grade flashlight, or biking, camping. I would rather see a lot of keyword rich stuff in there. You shouldn't stuff keywords that are just a random string of keywords. That's not allowed. But if you put keywords that are relevant in a way that makes sense, it can be really beneficial in ranking your product better in Amazon's search algorithm. And then that leads us to tip number 3, which is to optimize your title for mobile. So on mobile, things appear differently. However, in 2015, actually 70% of holiday shoppers were on mobile, so it's really important. So your most important keywords should appear right at the start, like tactical flashlight or barbecue gloves, so that on mobile, a customer sees those most important keywords right in the beginning and is more likely to click on your listing. Tip number 4 is to optimize your bullet points. So if we head back to this barbecue glove example, we can see here that this person has really used a lot of the space allowed in the bullet points, which is a good thing. You should put your features in the start of your bullet points and then the benefits after that. So when you're creating your bullet points, just think features and benefits, put a lot of good keywords in there, and then highlight the benefits of the product even more than the features. So don't just tell customers what your product does, but tell why it helps them so that they can envision themselves using it and are more likely to buy the product. So features and benefits are the big thing to remember when you're optimizing your bullet points, getting those keywords in there, and then also explaining some of the common questions that customers have. Tip number 5 is to consider putting in some kind of guarantee on your bullet points. Now, this is a sales strategy, right? We can see here this person has put hassle-free lifetime replacement. Now, if you do put a guarantee or some kind of money back, I recommend that you do it as a lifetime, not just as a 30-day or a 1 year. And the reason is that the shorter you put it, that's what in customers' mind they're going to associate with how long that product is going to last. If you say it's only going to last for, or if you say the money back is only good for 30 days, in their mind they're going to think that this product isn't going to last very long. However, you say a lifetime guarantee, it shows confidence in your product to the customer. Now, not a lot of people are actually going to take up that lifetime guarantee, but you might want to weigh whether that makes sense for your product. Tip number 6 is to optimize your product description. This is the description that occurs a little bit lower down on the Amazon listing, and you can do a couple things to really make your description stand out more. Now, the description is not as important as the title or the bullet points typically, but it still can be a place where you can add additional keywords and answer some of your customers' questions. So we can see in this example, they have not really given us a lot here. They do have some keywords in there, which is good. They have it all bolded, which you can do with HTML if you choose to. I'll have it down in the show notes below if you want to see how to do that. And then you can also break down your listings to separate it from just being a big wall of text. However, some of the things you can do is create FAQ sections. You can tell your brand story. Those are some more ways that you can optimize your description that might help convert sellers more. And then tip number 7 is to use enhanced brand content if you are brand registered. Now, you must be brand registered in order to use enhanced brand content, but what it allows you to do is in place of the product description is you can put additional text and images like we see here. You can tell your brand story better and really feature some of the benefits of your product. So a really cool thing is that your enhanced brand content shows up sooner on mobile than on desktop, so it really helps, especially in the case of mobile shoppers. If you're brand registered, you definitely want to add enhanced brand content. All right, so that is 7 strategies or tips for optimizing your Amazon listings. If you found this video to be helpful, give it a thumbs up and then leave any comments or questions down below that you have, or if you have additional strategies for optimizing listings, go ahead and drop those in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you as well. Make sure you join the Amazing Freedom Amazon Sellers Facebook group where I share this kind of stuff all the time. You can go to amazingfreedom.com/Facebook and request to join there. It's a large public group of Amazon sellers who are doing all kinds of selling on Amazon, especially private label and growing their brands. Hope you enjoyed this video.